so much. And everything that you've done for me, because I know you do so much. But I learned how to fix the Wi-Fi router on my own, so I'm really proud of that. I also know what day they take the bins out, because I know that that's something you always did. But I'm having issues with the car, I'm not going to lie, it's really bad. But I think actually I might be able to fix that, because my friend's going to come over and help me with that, so.
What friend?
Lauren? Yeah, she's a mechanic.
Is she gay?
Yeah, she is gay actually, she's gay. Yeah.
Right, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up.
Who relate, my neighbors, hi, I'm gay. I want to talk about the fact that we are always falling for our friends. I know we joke about it, but we really do it. And why? My question is why? Is it because we're like just open beings? I don't really know. I give advice on this topic on my Instagram because people always message me saying, I'm falling in love with my best friend, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, boundaries, blah, blah, blah. Yet I'm sitting here like the little lying lesbian I am, and I could probably list 3 friends right now that if they called me up and said, hey, do you want to date me? I would literally, like, I'm getting goosebumps. I would say yes. That's a problem. I mean, it's a problem that I like, but it's a problem. I just spilled my tea everywhere. No. I'm also sure there's probably a lot of success stories with queer friends getting together, but I also think there's probably a lot of failures. So share the stories if you have them.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
كل من عليها فان
ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام.
صدق الله العظيم.
We call it the dolce far niente. It means the sweetness of doing nothing.
I've been thinking about how when I was growing up and like, you know, I thought I was straight, I didn't realize that I was gay, that I was always checking out girls. But I thought that I just wanted to look like them, that I was admiring them because I was like, wow, she has a really nice butt. She has like a beautiful face, like her style's amazing. And I would be checking them out and be like, it's because I want to look like that. That's why I can't stop staring at them. But no, that's not what it was, Samantha. That's not what it was. You poor, sweet, innocent 13-year-old who didn't know that you were just trying to get with them.
Me? Obsessed with you? Yes. Yes, I am.
How I knew that I was gay versus bi, and I want to talk about that a little bit. I originally came out as bi because I was in a long-term relationship and living with a man, but I was also attracted to women. So at the time, I was really having trouble differentiating between who I was attracted to physically and mentally and who I was living with at the time, physically and mentally. I also felt like in the time that I was questioning my sexuality, coming out as gay seemed like a big jump because I had never had an experience with a woman yet. And so I really needed to have those validating experiences with women to then be able to identify as a lesbian. So I came out as bi as a reason to let people know that I was interested in women and to validate those feelings in myself. I now know that I'm gay and identify as a lesbian because I know that I will never, under any circumstance, be with a man romantically again. I think that men are beautiful, but I'm not attracted to men. And even in my relationship with my ex, who was a man, there are times when partnerships can be attracted to other people. And I was never attracted to another man within our relationship. I was only attracted to other women. So yeah, being bi was a segue for me. But I validate all bisexual people, and I do believe that there are so many happily bisexual people out there doing their thing. So if that's what you think you are, that's great too. It just wasn't for me.
Where to buy your first... I'm excited to do this video because where the fuck do you go to get this information? This video, guys. Save it down. So firstly, you've got to find somewhere reputable. I say this time and time again, but there is no point in buying cheap shit for it to only mess you up. You do not want that shit snapping in half. So make sure you buy somewhere reputable. I have my list here. Lovehoney, Ann Summers, Dame, Selfridges. There are so many places, but these are the ones that I've identified and other people are saying are good. If you're new to this, please do not overwhelm yourself by buying something that is gigantic. I need to be real with you. Most people do not go in at the deep end with anything new. Even if you're like, yeah, I've like had relationships with guys, like everything's fine, or blah blah. It's different. It's going to be a different experience. So I would really recommend that you start at the smaller end of the scale. So there are two main ways that you can wear this. You can either get yourself like a pair of boxers with like a ring in and then you insert it in. I think the benefits is it's more like discreet and probably more comfortable if you want to just like experiment and you haven't done it before. But having said that, get yourself a small size. Like don't get yourself a big size because otherwise then they're gonna like slip off. Or you can get yourself like a harness, which is just like loads of tightening sort of belts. The harness is more kind of, I'm gonna say for like an advanced clientele. Personally speaking, I think it looks a bit strange. Now things can get a little bit dry down there, like the summer we had in the UK where it didn't rain for like weeks and it was just like really dry, and you know, you're gonna want something to like ease things along the way. Water-based and it doesn't erode the silicone. Leave me some comments and follow me for more relationship advice, tips, LGBTQ comedy, and just like lols and good times. So
I'd come back if you just call. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make that about an hour or so. Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Relate to how I've drawn out in Sharpie where I take the scissors if that's what it took for me to look in the mirror. I've done every
queer girls, so if you're not queer, keep scrolling. Okay, are they gone? All right. Really serious question. If you're queer, do you age better? Because I had this conversation with my friend the other day, and I was like, I'm not ready for marriage and kids, and I had a whole panic, and she's like, don't worry, dude, you're queer. Queer women age better. Is this true? Is this true? Do queer women really age better than straight women?
Here's my foolproof way to initiate a first kiss. I think at some point you have to kind of accept that like certain situations in life are probably going to feel a little awkward and that that's not necessarily a bad thing. When it comes to things that are like exciting and hopefully happy, I feel like awkwardness really just comes from a state of being unsure. Like unsure of how the other person feels about you, unsure of how to interact with them in a way that they're gonna like reciprocate. So to me, the way to overcome that is one, it's kind of a mindset thing, like just be okay with the awkwardness a little bit and just be like ridiculously confident, even if you don't actually feel confident. And then the second thing, which this goes for a lot of things with dating, is like you can't control a lot of things about dating, so you're going to want to control as many variables as you can. For me, this comes down to like, where are you going to be having this first kiss? I said in another video, I always, for a first kiss, want it to be somewhere relatively private. If not in one of our apartments, then like in a park where it's kind of secluded, like, you know, just not in front of people directly. But I think the easiest way is like if you're sitting on, say, a couch at your apartment, that is controlling the variable of like spacing. You don't want to have to like cross a room for a first kiss. Once you have that, I feel like it just becomes a lot easier. Like once you have the kind of logistical things down to make it as easy as possible, the actual initiating becomes a lot easier. And maybe this is controversial, but I think if you're in doubt, or honestly, I think I do this like all the time, just ask. Like specifically for a first kiss, one, because of consent, and two, perhaps equally as important, I don't know if you remember the meme of like the face that men make when they go in for a first kiss. I just at all costs want to avoid making that face, so I think asking kind of avoids that.
انت بس لو بتعرفي شو عم بعمل مشانك كنت بتخجلي وبتسكتي.
مشاني انا يلا احكي شو عم تعمل.
شو عم اعمل يعني؟ عم البس الجاكيت رايح لعند الشباب.
دافع.
And the things that I look for to see like if they want me to make a first move or are going to be like receptive to a first move is like if you guys have been talking for a really long time and you're like sitting very close to each other and like staring into each other's eyes, like those are just like very obvious signs that like they're going to be receptive most likely when you ask. And then once you ask, it's like you kind of get rid of all of the uncertainty, so then you can just be like really confident with it.
So I had a terrible first kiss ever with a girl. I feel like when you're questioning your sexuality, you think that you'll just know once you kiss a girl, and there will be this like, wow, like I really am gay, like a sparks flying beautiful moment. But I did not have that experience. I had gone on like 3 dates with this girl at the time who was lovely and we connected so much emotionally. But we hadn't kissed yet. And I was like, wow, like that's a long time, you know, to be dating a girl and not kiss them. So on the third date, I took her to the beach and then we went to brunch, and it was like really romantic and like very flirty. And there were a lot of missed opportunities where I feel like both of us thought we were going to kiss, but then we didn't. So then I'm driving her back to Brooklyn from Long Island, and I'm thinking in the car ride, like when I drop her off at her apartment, I'm going to kiss her no matter what. Like I'm doing it. So we get to her apartment and we're saying goodbye, and it's like this extended goodbye because both of us are just staring at each other's lips. And so then I went in for the kiss, but she didn't move. Like, you know, like if someone just kissed you with your lips like this, but they didn't move back, like I had kissed her, but she didn't kiss me back. So then I pull away a little and I see that she's smiling. So I like think that's my permission to go in for it again. And the same thing happened. She just didn't kiss me back. And at this point, I like blacked out and was like, bye, see you soon. And we actually ended up seeing each other many more times. Story for another day. But I feel like, you know, like when you first kiss someone, you can tell if you're going to be attracted to them. And if it's not there, like you can let it go.